Welcome to this presentation of Championship Week on Bash Sports Network. It's been a while, guys, since I've been streaming, but finally here. And just in time for March Madness. But here we go. Right now, we got the Vermont. Vermont's the 1 seed in Albany, the 3rd seed. The Great Danes look to pull off an upset after losing already twice to Vermont, the number 1 seed out there, as Trae Bell-Haynes tries to lead Vermont to winning this conference championship after falling out of the tournament a year ago. Other games that will be going on, ignore that score, I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be Alabama, Kentucky. That starts at 1 o'clock Eastern, and then at 12:30 Eastern, Texas State versus UT. That's University of Texas at Arlington, taking on each other. So here we go. We'll be right back as we await for this matchup to go. All right, welcome back, guys. Smaller channel, of course, in my college football channel. There's some settings. I don't know why I just did there, but anyway, there are some settings I have to fix real quick. But however, this will be a great day for college basketball. I'm looking forward to it. Watch some basketball today, and get what I'm thinking like for the tournament, dude. What am I going to do for picks? I will be doing a bracket live stream on in a couple days. Sometime I just don't know quite when that will be. But I'll probably do that Monday or tomorrow after the bracket comes out for the first time. I'll also be live streaming tomorrow. I believe I'll do the AAC championship. We get the ACC championship tonight. The AAC plays tomorrow. Check real quick. Sunday, March 12th. It all depends, actually, really, because I got a reffing gig tomorrow at 2:30, so it all depends on that. But I'll be getting ready for the brackets to come out tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. So thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We're just waiting on the tip off between Vermont, like Catamounts, and the Great Danes of Albany. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it, and we will be right back. Welcome back. We are just at this time. I'll do a couple. Will be fun. Yeah, absolutely. I certainly will be doing a different bracket for each group I'm in. I'm probably going to do one at school. Probably going to do some with the Dynasty guys and stuff like that. So I'll do one different one for each one. That's just how it's going to work out for me. So if it turns out to be all 25, that's fine for me. So we are just about ready to get this day started. A wonderful day in college sports today, as Albany takes on Vermont in the America East Men's Basketball Championship game. This will be fun, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this presentation. If it does not sound right, make sure you guys say something. But I hope it does sound fine. Yeah, I know, right? Basketball's more important than cheerleading. For sure, dude. I'm just waiting on this just to get started. So tip off out in Vermont, because Vermont, of course, the host team for this tournament, because of the fact that they got the number one seed host. That's how the American the American East does it. So here we go, though, as we get set at 1 p.m. as well. Make sure you guys tune in on CBS. Michigan plays Minnesota in the first semifinal in the Big Ten. That is before leading up to Northwestern and Wisconsin. My pick, I'm not going to be broadcasting any of those, but my pick there is going to end up being Wisconsin, and Michigan will face off in the championship, and Wisconsin will get the best of Michigan. So here we are. So the Sprint Center and then the Barclays Center, of course, two hosts of the ACC and the Big 12 Championship, and then T-Mobile Arena, 18,000 guys, and then 3,266 is the capacity in Roy L. Patrick Gymnasium for Vermont, as they get to host a championship game here. But doesn't mean the Vermont faithful isn't going to show up today. Vermont takes on Albany in what could be a very intriguing matchup. Welcome, guys. In the past couple of years, the America East has been a very, very good conference championship to watch. Out here in Burlington, Vermont, the America East will be decided in the next 2 hours, and the bid for a championship win in the America East and an invite to the dance, the big dance, the NCAA tournament, the field of 68. Let's get excited, guys. Here we go. Serious one and upset special, and that would be funny. Trust me, though. I don't know if that'll work for you, but the upset special. So here we go. Vermont getting ready to tip as they have their star player Trae Bell-Haynes in the game here. Burlington, Vermont is the host town here, and the tip getting ready. And here we go, won by Albany, and now taking it up the court for Albany is number 13, I believe, number 13, David Nichols. Moving the ball, top of the key. Now here we go. Turn the ball. Looking over, and now here's Cremo, and Cremo down to Rowley. Rowley in the post. He shoots it up, and it's going to be off the mark. Rebound as Trae Bell-Haynes will take it up the court now for Vermont. Hands it over to Duncan, as here's Duncan. inside. Here's Peyton Henson. Henson to Trae Bell-Haynes, and Trae Bell-Haynes can't get it to go, but a rebound offensively for Vermont. Now a 3-ball. Hits it! A huge 3 to start the game by Mr. Number 3, Anthony Lamb. And Lamb gets Vermont on the board first. Now top of the key, I'll update the score every once in a while. At the top of the key now, here's 3-0. David Nichols near half court now, kicking it over. Inside, back out. Here's a 3-point shot, and it is off the mark, and it is going to be rebound. A great rebound there by number 34, Kurt Steele. Now once again, taking the ball up is number 20, Ernie Duncan. Duncan will kick it over. Now over to Trae Bell-Haynes. Trae Bell-Haynes on the left side. Posting up now. Number 35, Peyton Henson. Now here's Trae Bell-Haynes driving in. Kicks out. And here's Henson for 3! He hits it! 6-0 Vermont. Vermont's on a tear early. 2 3-balls to start this game for Vermont, and that is so big. Now here's a 3 on the other end, and it's off the mark. Rebound offensively for the Great Danes. Tossing up there, it's going to be blocked. Henson trying to get in there, and finally they put it in as number 43 for the Great Danes, Greg Steyer. My gosh, these names. Anyway, kicking it over, here's Trae Bell-Haynes. Going inside, posting up is number 3, Anthony Lamb. Lamb on the hook, and it's going to be off the mark. Rebound out there, and it's going to be recovered there by Lamb. Lamb kicks it up top here to Duncan. Duncan gets the pick. Now a roll. Trae Bell-Haynes on the outside with the ball. 6-2 is the score with 17-10 left. 4-3. And it's going to be off the mark. Offensive rebound almost there, but it was finally pulled down there by Steyer. Taking up the court now. Here is number 13, David Nichols. Nichols turns in. Now here we are with Albany with the ball and a huge steal possibly. Oh no, it's recovered by Albany. Albany taking it to the right side of the 3-point line. Inside. 1 second. Has to recognize, and it's off the mark as barely got the shot off. Just realized at the last second. But now here's Trae Bell-Haynes. Top of the key now. Here is number 34. Hey, you know, I gotta get used to these names. I should really study these games. See, you guys will notice I will have a lot easier job with Duke and Notre Dame later tonight, especially with Duke, because I know Duke and I've been watching. These guys aren't in the big picture. But here we are, the Vermont Honors. You got Trae Bell-Haynes, Anthony Lamb, Darren Payne, and of course you got Dre Wills, who's off the bench. He's a very good player as well. So free throws coming up here, and the first shot is good for Peyton Henson. Peyton Henson, one of the bigger guys on this Vermont team, but he can certainly hit shots on the outside, as we've already seen today, as he's already hit 1 3-pointer. And the second one's off the mark. 7-2 is the score here in the advantage of Vermont. Kicking it out up top of the key. Now here's Nichols trying to drive in. Nichols hooked in. A hard shot through baseline, and he gets it to go. 15:55 left to go here. To 7-4. Vermont has the lead. Kicking it over now. Here is the guy Henson. Henson driving in and one. Henson with a big play. Are they counting the basket? Oh, it might be an offensive foul. And they call it an offensive foul. Albany is going to get the ball back. When we get back, 7-4 is the score. But a couple of huge 3-pointers to start this game. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. And welcome back, guys. As here we are with the score 7-4, Vermont. Talking about how 10 Vermont players share one home. Crazy. Anyway, Albany kicking it in now. 7-4 is the score here in Royal Patrick Gymnasium. Now taking it near midcourt is Nichols. Nichols kicking it over. A pick set. Now trying to roll off of it and cannot get open. Inside in the paint. Fade away jumper, and it's going to be off the mark. Rebound there by Steedle. Now inside is number 24, and it's going to be good as he drives baseline and gets in. Dre Wills gets it in, and Wills playing full court press a little bit tough now. Now here, top of the key, kicking it out. The big man, and now out to Nichols. Nichols driving in and bounces back out. Now driving is number 3, Joe Cremo, and that's going to be an offensive foul there on Albany. 4-9 is the score. 14:45 left to go here, and Albany really not looking too great early offensively, not getting in too big of a rhythm here. They had a couple good possessions to get 4 points, but that's really it for them. So 14:40 left to go here. Here's Trae Bell-Haynes. Trae Bell-Haynes kicks it over. Now top of the key, kicking it back to Steedle. Steedle kicking it over. Back into the hands of Trae Bell-Haynes. He's wide open for 3, way off the mark. Didn't even hit rim, but rebounded by Albany. Driving down the court. Fast break and 1! What a big and 1. It was a blocking foul, not a shooting foul, but a big and 1 there by the big man himself, Devontae Campbell, the forward. Inside, Devontae Campbell trying to get the ball in over Anthony Lamb, and was able to do so. So here's Campbell at the free throw line. 14:21 left to go here. Albany looking to take a 7-9 lead, and here's a shot, and it's going to be in 9-7. Sorry, they trail by 2. I said lead, but they trail by 2. The number 3 seed in this tournament. So here we go. Taking up the court is Trae Bell-Haynes. Trae Bell-Haynes kicking it out. A wide open shot for 3 off the mark. So now they're not hitting, and it's saved off the rebound and out of bounds. And it's going to be a foul on Vermont. Will Brown, the head coach, 5-time America East champion for the Albany Great Danes. What great success at Albany, kind of a down year for them. Expect always to be at the top of the conference, as they've been in the tournament a few times, as you can see with their coach. Winner is in, loser is out. That is the assumption here for the 16-0 in conference Vermont. But now taking it up here is Nichols. Nichols looking to go somewhere, but nobody's getting open for him. Now a little bit of a play there. Now Nichols cutting to the basket, and he's open for the tie. 9-9 with 13:40 left to go here in the first half. Taking it up right side of the court is Martin Garcia. Martin Garcia now taking it to the left side. Kicks it over. Looking for a kick in, and it's tipped, and a foul. Looks like it was a reach by Nichols. But take a look at this nice little play, a little handoff, because he had nowhere to go. And after he passes it off to the right side, he goes right untouched, really seen, right to the basket. And we got a pretty good ball game so far. Pretty close. Now here's Vermont, top of the key. Garcia heading in and kicking it out, and floater, but it goes by Dallas excuse me, Dallas and Nema. So here comes the Albany Great Danes looking for something else. And excuse me, that wasn't Dallas and Nema. That was number 24, Dre Wills. Kicking it out. Now flipping it over. And here's the posting up. Inside and fouled. Travis Charles, they're trying to get it in for Albany. Couldn't quite get there though in time. As here is Charles at the free throw line. I believe it's Charles at least. The first shot is up and off the mark. 9-11 is the score here. Second free throw coming up for Albany. Indeed, it is Travis Charles. 60% field goals, so he's pretty reliable as a shooter. And the second free throw is good, so Albany is going to be down by 1 point here in the first half. Once again, 10-11 is the score. Kicking it out to the corner. Now driving in from the corner is Willis, and Willis taking a three on the outside. A kick out from Willis over to Duncan, and Ernie Duncan takes the lead by 4 points. All conference third team, Ernie Duncan. What a good player. Now top of the key. Outside, Nichols making some moves and shoots it up there and splash for Nichols. 12-14 is the score as Garcia brings it up. Oh, sorry, that's Cam Ward. I keep on getting these rosters mixed up. But anyway, Cam Ward kicking it over. Now in the post, kicking it back out. Pressured and inside, it's going to be a foul. Wills trying to drive to the rim and gets fouled on the inside by Dallas and Nema. And we'll be right back as we go to break. The score is 12-14. Vermont has led for the most part this whole time, but we'll see if that will change. We will be right back. Alright, welcome back. I apologize if I sound really bad right now. But, not as good as the Big Ten. This game may be as good as that one. I mean, you don't know. You gotta watch this game fully, and you gotta see how this game turns out. But right now, it's looking like a good game so far. But inside, driving and dishing out, because that whole Albany defense is getting sucked into the middle, And Wills is able to kick it out to a wide open, wide open, Ernie Duncan. And Ernie Duncan having himself a pretty decent day so far, as Vermont is really spreading the ball around very well, though. So gets an Albany's the only Vermont may be able to at large, but I highly doubt that, considering the conference that they play in and that 5 out-of-conference losses, even though that they are undefeated in conference thus far. So here's a free throw for Wills. First one is off the mark for Year Trae Wills. So subbing in now is Joe Cremo. And Year Trae Wills, 12.5 points per game in this tournament, as the second one is in. 15-12 is the score. A little bit of a full court trap kind of look for Vermont's defense, as kicking it over, and now at midcourt is Nichols, and Nichols kicks it over. Now to the man, and he drives in and he hits it. And then Dallas driving in and hits it, makes it a 1-point game, 14-15, with 11:10 left to go here in the first. Trae Bell-Haynes kicking out. Now top of the key, trying to make some moves but can't quite make it work. And driving in is Wills. Now kicking it back out, not open though. Wills now driving into the rim again, and it's another foul. This time though, it's an offensive foul, as Albany is going to get the ball down by 1, and it looks like they decided to go to the possession arrow here. Didn't see what happened down low. Okay, it was a tie-up. It was a clean tie-up there by Dallas Enema, so a good play by Enema, tying it up. Getting them possession with 4 seconds on the shot clock. 2 has to put up a shot. It's a bad shot off the mark, and it's going to be rebounded. And the rebound won't count because the shot clock did go off before he did rebound it. But kind of a bad look that you really weren't looking for if you are Vermont. You don't really want to get Ernie Duncan in the corner pressed up against the player. You know, that's not the best shot look. But anyway, Joe Cremo taking it up, kicking it over to Nichols. Nichols near the left side of half court. Now taking it top of the key and kicking it over. Now top of the key, Travis Charleston kicks it out, 3, and it's hit. Albany has a lead, 17-15 after a huge shot by Nichols. David Nichols 1 for 3 from 3-point range, but he does have 9 points. 17-15 is the score. Albany has his first lead of the game. Now here in the corner, trying to do something is Trae Bell-Haynes, the player of the year. He's struggling, but inside, and it's going to be a good dish, and we got a tied ball game as a nice play there inside by Peyton Henson. Now here's Nichols on the left side of half court, taking it up. Kicking it over. Here's Travis Charles, top of the key. Now, big man on the 3-point free throw line, and it's off the mark. Bounces around the rim a little bit, though. Now here's Wills. Wills kicking it over. Back to Wills. Now in the post, trying to make something happen. Can't quite do it. Now here's Ernie Duncan. Ernie Duncan driving to the rim. Kick out. Another kick. And there we go. Inside. Can he get it to go? No, he won't. But he gets fouled. As 35, Peyton Henson driving to the rim gets fouled. And he will go to the free throw strike. 4 fouls on each side so far. So the SEC tournament, you got Arkansas versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt upsetting the number 2 seed. I believe that was South Carolina. And then Kentucky, Alabama as well. Peyton Henson hitting the free throw. 18-17 is the score. 81% free throw shooter throughout the season is Peyton Henson. 18-17 is the score. The second shot is good. Peyton Henson, a reliable big man for Vermont. Shooting, he can drive, he can finish at the rim, and he can hit free throws as well, which is exactly what you want. Now here's Nichols at midcourt. Trying to make something happen, and this press is kind of bothering Nichols a bit. Now top of the key and kicking it in. Here's Nichols. Oh, he got denied by Wills. Wills with a huge block down low on Nichols, trying to put it up for the tie, but it is out of here. Great contest there by number 34 for Vermont, Kurt Steele. And Wills comes out of nowhere to block it away. The American East Defensive Player of the Year, making his name known today. Now here's Nichols, left side of the court, trying to drive, and he is going fouled, it looks like. I don't know what's up, but it was a huge play defensively by Dre Wills. Once again, I believe he blocked yet another shot on Nichols. Nichols is really getting beat up by Wills. It was a shot clock violation. Taking it up the court now is Vermont. To the left side is Year Trae Bell-Haynes. The American East kicking it out. Oh. Here's Wills once again. Trey Wills on the left side of the three-point line and driving to the paint. And now here's kicking it out. Year Trae Bell-Haynes to the paint, and it's going to be off the mark. Offensive rebound though, and it's still off the mark, and it's batted out of bounds. So they're going to give it to Albany there. And they know exactly what's on the line here, win or go home. That's all it is. They hope they can be celebrating tomorrow during the selection show. Timeout called Albany. That's their first timeout of the first half. 8 minutes exactly on the clock. 21 seconds left to go here on the shot clock. We will be right back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. And we will be returning soon. Welcome back, guys, as this score is a 19-17. This game very, very interesting so far between the two teams. Albany keeping it close throughout, even taking a lead moments ago, but it was taken right away with some huge play by Dre Wills, the defensive player of the year, who's also been able to drive to the rim. And Peyton Henson has been big. Ernie Duncan has been big today. He's got a little brother on the team, Everett Duncan, as well. So be ready for Everett Duncan in the future, because he could be good for Vermont, especially like next year. He may be one of the leaders for this team. Now 53-49, the 2013 America East Championship. Albany wins. They were fourth. 5 tournament appearances, 1-5 in the tournament. Defeated Mount St. Mary's in the playing game. That was their only win in tournament history. Now here is Albany. Albany kicking it over top of the key. Now here's Nichols. Nichols kicking it out and back out to Nichols, left side of the court. Driving it to the left. Now back to the left. And, oh man, off the mark on a 3-point shot. Now quick little fast break going for Trae Bell-Haynes, who can finish at the rim and one! What a big play by the America East Player of the Year, Trae Bell-Haynes. Nichols misses the shot, and a good rebound here by Anthony Lamb. Kicks it over to Trae Bell-Haynes, and he's able to go right to the rim. Bell-Haynes is having himself a pretty decent day after, kind of getting off to a slow start, but he's doing pretty fine as a guard. 10 points per game in the America East tournament, but 67% from 3-point range. Here's the first shot, and it's on the mark. Or the only shot, I should say. 22-17 is the score. Now trying to get a man open, and they get Nichols finally open. But this full court press is very struggling for Albany. This little trap that they got going on. A pick set, and then yet another pick. But couldn't get anything going, as Nichols really struggling to handle the ball here. As inside, back out. Kicking it, corner now. Nichols in the corner, taking it, driving in through the paint, and he's blocked yet again. Didn't see who got a piece of it, whether it was Wills or if it was indeed Anthony Lamb. But now here's a shot for 3 off the mark, and it's going to be rebounded by Travis Charles. Now here's Nichols. Nichols driving to the rim, right to the basket again. Denied. Oh my gosh. 5 blocks for Vermont, 2 by Henson so far, I believe, 2 by Wills, and only 1 for Albany. And that's a big difference right now. John Becker, 6 straight 21 seasons, 20+1 seasons, but they haven't made the tournament too much. They're 28-5 this year, 16-0 in conference, and they take, I believe that was Dre Willis who hits the bench, and indeed it was. And they gave him a huge cheer. 22-17, Vermont has the lead with a 3-point play. That's all that's happened so far since the break. Kicking it in. Now here's a shot, and it is going to be off the mark. Rebound, Albany. Now taking up the court is Costa Anderson. Anderson will kick it over now to Enema. Enema taking it to Charles, and Charles over to the right side. Now back up top of the key is Anderson. Anderson kicks over Enema, and Enema's off the mark for 3. Rebound Vermont, and Vermont looking to take a pretty controlling lead of maybe 7 or 8 here. Trae Bell-Haynes, left side of the court, kicking it out, driving in, open lane, and it's going to be off the mark as Travis Charles gets the rebound, and Costa Anderson handling the ball very well. Almost fouled there by Trae Bell-Haynes, but he was able to handle the ball. Now here's Costa Anderson taking it to the right side. Now kicking it over. Travis Charles posting up. Charles, hook shot and good. 19-22 as U of Albany. New York is not going away easily, even though all the momentum was looking to go towards Vermont's way. Trae Bell-Haynes driving, almost loses the ball, but able to recover, take it outside. Now along mid-court, trying to drive in, kicking it out. Shot for three, off the mark. Has a shot there by Joe Cremo. Or excuse me, shot there by Anthony Lamb. Now here comes Anderson, kicking it over. Travis Charles. Back over and driving in, and it's on the mark. Didn't see who that was, but it's on the mark, and it's 21-22. It's a 1-point game. They're not going away. As here's Duncan with the ball, right side of the court. Taking it up near the elbow. Trae Bell-Haynes. Left side, now kicking it in, posting up, and driving baseline, and now it's going to be off the mark, but the offensive rebound, it rolls around, and it's recovered by Trae Bell-Haynes. What a big play there. 4:20 left to go here in the first half, 21-22 is still the score. Trae Bell-Haynes trying to get a pick. Now he's trying to drive to the rim, and he gets in. 24-21. Albany is looking good, but not good enough to take the lead here. Taking it up here is in now. Jose Anderson kicking it over to Travis Charles, and Travis Charles gets the ball back. Goes to Anderson, and they call an offensive foul, looked like. Indeed, they called an offensive foul, maybe moving screen there on Travis Charles. And right back as Trae Bell-Haynes is showing up now as the player of the year in the America East. Is really looking good early. 21-24. One possession still separates the two teams. We'll be right back. Welcome back, America East Championship game brackets. Make sure you guys fill them out. I will be filling out on live stream, so make sure you guys tune in for that. It will be fun. It will be fun. I can assure you that. I'm already out of the bracket bunker for the first time probably in a week. Some of the things he says are not true or shouldn't happen. If the committee does do it, then that's stupid committee. But anyway, 21-24 as Albany trails the number 1 seeded Vermont Catamounts. Now outside here is Ernie Duncan. Ernie Duncan kicking it into the post. Now driving to the rim and off the mark. Rebound though caught. Vermont 5 free throws, 10 points in the paint to 12, so pretty even matchup so far, because Albany is able to stick with these guys that are pretty dang good. Now kickball violation as it's thrown off the shoe, as Cam Ward was driving to the rim. Now kicking it out. Here we go, working towards the elbow and a near foul, but no call. And it was Anthony Lamb driving to the rim, kind of lowering his shoulder and hitting Reed Steyer, and that was a bad no call if you ask me, because Steyer's just posting up, and I don't know. I think he just flopped. But you can't really do that. Stay positioned, stay tough. Don't not get to the rim like that. Even though he missed the shot, he still gets 2 shots at the line because of that. Now here's Anthony Lamb missing the first one short. So here in the first half, as Dre Wills comes in the game. Second shot coming up here. And here's the second shot by Lamb, and it's good. 25-21, Vermont has the lead. 3:08 left to go here in the first. Now here we go, driving down the court, near midcourt, and posting up. Now here's Nichols. Nichols kicking it over. Back up top, and now here's Steyer. Steyer back out to Nichols, and Nichols getting it inside, and it's going to be off the mark, but it looks like a foul is going to be called. Sends Travis Charles to strike. Travis Charles, a pretty reliable player, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 points. He has another basket, and now 22-25 is the score here after that free throw. The second shot is on the mark, so 25-23. We got a 2-point game, and it's been close the whole game. I don't know what the largest lead was. I don't have that statistic with me, but I'll certainly keep an eye on it. 2:48 left to go here in the first. Taking it to the left side of the court is Duncan. Now here's Wills driving to the rim. Has nothing, kicking it out. Henson over, and then finds Ernie Duncan kicking it in. Dre Wills inside, and a big basket for Dre Wills, up by 4. Inside, Dre Wills is able to hit, taking smart shots. If it's not there in the lane, he's not going to take a shot. So Nichols trying to get down the court quicker. Oh, a 10-second violation. Didn't get across the court in time, as David Nichols couldn't get through the full court trap that Vermont has going for them. So here comes Duncan on the right side of the court. Duncan getting a pick, now lobbed into the post, now back out, and it's 3 ball off the mark. But a foul looks like it will be an over the back foul on number 12, Darren Payne. 27-23 with 1:55 left to go here in the first half. Possession arrow is in favor of Albany. 1 foul away for Vermont from putting Albany into the bonus. So here's Nichols taking it to the top of the key, now going to the right side, getting a pick from Travis Charles. Inside now here, elbow, and Travis Charles driving to the rim, and it good. 25-27 is the score here with 1.5 left to go here in the first half. Vermont up by 2, but this is a close game, and it could come down to the wire if Albany keeps this up. Nichols keeping them in front. Now here's Wills to the basket, and it's going to be off the mark. Rebound goes Albany. Bounces around, but finally Travis Charles gets the rebound. And with 1:05 left to go here, here's Nichols taking it to the right side of him, of course, excuse me, on the left side. Now here's Steyer. Steyer looking for somewhere to go, but nobody's open. Finally finds Nichols, and Nichols sneaks away, and it's a tie ball game at 27 apiece with 45 seconds left to go here in the first half. David Nichols, 5 for 14 field goals, but he has 11 points, and that's good enough. 27. What a game we got going on here so far in the America East Championship game as Vermont takes the timeout. We will be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of this first half. Welcome back, Tide Ball here, and Travis Charles doing an excellent job hanging on to the ball. Steyer hanging on to the ball and kicking it out to a speeding bullet that I like to call David Nichols. So fast, so quick, able to get from the top of the key where he was sitting and just cutting everybody kind of quietly, kind of a smaller dude, but he able to do it in a flash, getting wide open to tie the ball game up with 37.6 seconds left to go. So now hitting the 30-second mark as they drive in, and now here's Wills. Wills near the basket, in the paint. Wills putting it up, and it's going to be a foul. Looks like an turnover, excuse me, not a foul. Looks like Willis lost the ball, and that's all that happened there. No foul. 25 seconds left. Wonder if Albany is hold for that last shot of, I would assume so. Oh, a moving screen on Travis Charles. 17 and a half seconds left to go here. 17.6 to be exact. Oh, man. That's a bad offensive turnover right there. And excuse me, it was... Yeah, okay. What? He came off the pick to receive the ball. But I wouldn't say he was gonna happen. So that was kind of ridiculous. 2 fouls though for Nichols. 10 seconds left to go though. Vermont has the ball, looking for that last shot. Now driving to the rim. Off the mark on the spin move, rebound. Goes Vermont, puts it up there. He hits. Does it count though? No, it does not count. 27 at the half. We will be right back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I will be back following the halftime. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, this all isn't as well developed as my other college, but I still appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys after the half. Welcome back to this tremendous game in the American East Championship. As we are tied at 27, a game that seems like it was kind of controlled by Vermont, but Albany is able to make some moves here, and it's not out of the picture at all for Albany. It's looking pretty good for the Great Danes, but they just got to keep playing basketball and maybe shoot a little better, especially behind the arc where they have not been shooting all that well, and maybe they'll be in great position at the end of this all. So of course we got the score here, 27-27, but it seems, as I said, Vermont is controlling the game on both sides of the ball. They just had a couple stretches where they really weren't producing on offense and wasn't stopping Albany, and it's like a couple possessions at a time, because a couple possessions in a game where you're not able to pull away is big. So here we go. Albany is going to inbound the ball after they have the possession arrow, and whoever has a possession arrow going into the half starts with the ball after the half in college basketball. So here we go. So Vermont has possession arrow now. And now top of the key, driving in and taking it in is number 24. That's number 43. That is Steyer. And Steyer takes the second lead, of the game for Albany. Now kicking around, almost a big steal, but here's Ernie Duncan kicking it over. Now here's Trae Bell-Haynes out to Duncan. Duncan back to Year Trae Bell-Haynes. Bell-Haynes kicking it up, and it's going to be blocked. A huge block there by Steyer on the American East Player of the Year. And now here's a huge possession for Albany, because they're getting off to a fast start already in this second half. Now let's see if they can continue that fast start after offensive play and a defensive stop. Driving inside, rolling out, and here's the shot, and it's going to be off the mark, and that may be a big shot, because like I said, they had it. Joe Cremo as on the shot, but they had it, they just couldn't hit it. So now here's Ernie Duncan, driving to the rim, kicking it out. Now here's Lamb. Lamb is going to be denied. So the second block here, and that's 4 blocks in this game, I believe, for Albany, 5 for Vermont still. They had a stretch of about 3 blocks in 2 possessions, so that was pretty nice as well. But foul inside, it looked like it may have been a reach. But Steyer inside, getting a piece of it, and of course Lamb, Steyer again, denying. Oh, it wasn't even ripped out of his hands. It was Steyer denying it and recovered by Albany. So posting up now. Rolling and off the mark for Cremo, and Joe Cremo couldn't get anything to go. Now here's Trae Haynes. Trae Haynes to the basket, off the mark. Now Steyer with the rebound, and here comes Cremo once again. Joe Cremo playing point a little bit. Now over to Nichols. David Nichols with a one-on-one with the Player of the Year in the America East. And a little bit of an off-ball foul. Who will that be on, though? It looks like it's on Albany. Offensive foul, off-ball. But Albany still has the lead by 2 early here in the second half. This game is looking pretty good, though. It was on Vermont. That's the second foul for Vermont. Now down low. Inside. Travis Charles gets it in. And with some contact. That was not Travis Charles. It was Devontae Campbell. So, a little correction. There's 7 points for Devontae Campbell. 3 for 4 from the field. Now trying to get to the rim. And here is a foul as the driving to the rim was Peyton Henson. And Steyer is going to foul. So Albany up 31-27 as Vermont goes to the free throw line, try to make this deficit 1 possession with these 2 free throws if he can hit both, or one of them, at least one. So here's the first shot, and it's on the mark. (31-28). And the second shot is good. 31-29 is the score. (31-29). 20 straight wins for Vermont, which is the longest active streak in NCAA. That is in jeopardy here, as Albany has a 2-point lead on the #1 seed. Now kicking it over, top of the key, taking it to the right side, driving to the rim, inside, it's good! What a contact layup. The senior from Australia, I believe that was Steyer again. Yeah, kickball violation on Devontae Campbell. Excuse me, it wasn't. It was number. Who was that? Number 18, maybe? Number 14? Oh, it might have been Terrell Martin Garcia. Or Marquise Grayson, one of the two. Anyway, fouled on the baseline is Lamb, and Anthony Lamb gets the clock to reset. Now the American Championship, you have the 1 seed and the 2 seed, which may be a very intriguing matchup tomorrow. That starts a little too late for me, so I apologize for that, but I would really want to broadcast that game between if SMU and Cincinnati face off. Now in the post, Anthony Lamb throws it up there. Is that offensive foul or defense? That's a shooting foul, maybe. Steyer with 3 fouls, 4 points, but he's having a big impact on defense. So the 3 fouls are kind of danger, and now here comes Travis Charles in for Steyer. 33-29, inbound coming. Now here's the inbound, and the shot is off the mark. Rebound Charles. Travis Charles not missing a beat, as he is looking pretty decent early today. Now here's David Nichols kicking it over to Joe Cremo. And Cremo over to Charles, and Charles kicks it out. Now here's David. Oh, David Nichols couldn't get it to go, but it's back out to Nichols. Now here's a wide open 3. It's a huge shot, and the biggest lead of the game for Albany by 7. Cremo. Now here's a 3 for Duncan the other way, and hits it. 32-36, a great response by Ernie Duncan, hitting a 3, getting him right back. 36-32, Vermont hitting their first shot from the field in the second half. Now here's a pick up top. Now another 3. David Nichols off the mark. Rebound Vermont. 36-32 is the score here with 15:35 left to go here in the game, in regulation at least. Now driving inside, and here's a huge shot, but it's going to be off the mark. Anthony Lamb driving to the rim. Now here's Cremo. Cremo's sticking it up on the right side of the court. Guarded by Lamb. Excuse me. Guarded by Kurt Steedle. Playing tough. Now it's Bell-Haynes covering him as we have a switch. And down in the post is Travis Charles. No, sorry, Campbell. And Campbell puts it up there and hits it. 38-32. Big play, and it was Travis Charles. I made a mistake twice. 9 points, 3 for 3 from the field. 3 free throws as well. Inside, in a great basket here. We are hitting at a point in this game where it's going up tempo as Peyton Henson hits it inside. 38-34 now. So the right side is Cremo now, kicking it over. Here's Nichols. Nichols kicking it over, and finally to the left side, and a whistle. A foul away from the ball by Peyton Henson. So we will be right back as a couple huge shots makes the big difference. 38-32. Welcome back, as championship week is firing, and now we hit championship weekend as most of the championship games come today. As a whole lot, the Big East is today, the Pac-12 between Oregon and Arizona. A hyped game that's tonight at 11 Eastern. We'll probably watch it as I go to sleep, but not broadcasting it a little too late. So here's a shot for three, and it's off the mark. Rebound by Vermont. Now here comes Wills. Wills from coast to coast. Off the mark, but Lamb puts it back. And Wills is hurt. Wills down on the ground. It looks like his knee. He's up now, but he has to come off the court since they stopped play to get him. 38-36 is the score, though, after that coast to coast near finish, but didn't finish it, but a putback for Vermont. Anthony Lamb inside with putback. 38-36 now. Wills is still on the court. He's limping as well. Now here's Joe Cremo. Cremo has 4 seconds, and he does get it across midcourt in plenty of time. Now here's Nichols. Nichols at near midcourt, right near the logo, the Vermont logo. Now kicking it around, and here's Campbell. Campbell over to Travis Charles. Charles kicking it over. Here's a shot off the elbow, and it's in off the mark. Oh, and Wills falls to the ground. A foul, and Wills, great hustle play, but couldn't quite get there in time. That would have been a very, very crucial fast break if they would have got there, though. Season recap. America East regular season champ with a 16-0 record, 20-game win streak. before, finished off the out of conference season very strong. Inside. Now Steidel. Steidel off the mark and rebound to Albany. Albany kicking it over. Now to the right side is Joe Cremo. Cremo kicking it, handing it off to Nichols, and Nichols to Campbell. So here's Campbell. Campbell going to the left side. Nichols drive to the rim. Look at it, he is denied! Trae Bell-Haynes with a block. 38-36 is still the score. 13:03 left to go here in the second half. We're kind of hitting now a slower time in this, where that fast-paced time kind of tired out the players a bit. And a huge inbound to Nichols off the mark, and it will be rebounded Vermont. Vermont with the chance to tie or take the lead. Trae Bell-Haynes going down fast, but couldn't get the fast break going. Now in the post. Down baseline, and couldn't get it to go as Anthony Lamb, but it looks like it was off the mark, or off of Albany, and it will be Vermont ball still with a 30-second play clock. Or 30-second shot clock, excuse me. Still thinking football for some reason. Even though we've been out of it for a couple months now. College football at least. And now kicking it in to the right side. Top of the key is Duncan. Ernie Duncan getting a pick. Flipping it over. Now here's Trae Bell-Haynes. 15 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Now here's a fadeaway jumper for Lamb. Couldn't get it. Couldn't get it to go. Cremo kicks it over. Now here's Anderson. Kosei Anderson with the ball. Looking for a drive. Can't quite do it. Campbell kicking it over. Now in the post. Cremo hits a fadeaway jumper. 40-36 as Joe Cremo doing very starting to get going as Joe Cremo. Kind of started out a little quiet, but now posting up outside. Here's a great off the mark, off the pump fake with a wide open shot by Kurt Steele. Ball will be awarded to Albany. And Anthony Lamb gets a tough shot there. But we will be right back following this break. Stay tuned to see how this game concludes. Alright, welcome back as Vermont leads Albany. Sorry, trails Albany by 4. As Vermont upset Northeastern, or beat Northeastern in the 2005 American East Championship. Killed them by 23 points, 80-57. Tom Brennan, Vermont head coach at that time, retired after that season. Great years for Vermont basketball under that head coach. So here we go. Vermont basketball, Duncan. Kicking it over, Trae Bell-Haynes. Trae Bell-Haynes will flip it. Duncan with the ball on the left side. Kicking it over. Here's Wills. Wills driving to the basket. Baseline. Nowhere to go. Two guys double teaming him. And it is outside. Pump fake. And now another baseline drive. This one's good, but this time the drive works out by number 35. Excuse me, Peyton Henson. Here's Costa Anderson, guarded by Trae Bell-Haynes. Anderson looking for something, kind of trying to get a rhythm. Cremo inside, and here's a big basket for Travis Charles, 42-38, 10:59 left to go here in the second half. I don't know why. Travis Charles, 4 for 4 from the field, 8 points from the field, 3 free throws. Hitting those shots. Now here's Wills driving to the basket. Spin move. Is that a charge? It's a blocking foul. Cremo with the block. Looking for the charge, but did not get it. 3 fouls now for Cremo. Getting in a little bit of foul trouble here for Albany. I don't know if I think that should have been a no call, because he kind of like flopped on the floor and it didn't really affect Wills driving to the basket, so I think that should have been a no call. A good poke away and trying to get the ball, hustle play. Giving it, Albany getting the ball back. If one referee was pointing one way and the other one was pointing the other, but a great hustle play by David Nichols. Now he's going to receive the ball. Going up the court is Nichols. To the right side, 5 turnovers for Albany, 3 for Vermont. However, Albany has a lead by 4. Looking to increase that lead. Largest lead of the day for Albany, or Vermont, is 7. In the post. Got a good game here. 10:15 left to go here. Outside, Nichols, pump fakes. Nichols, 3 off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Anthony Lamb. Taking it up is Trae Bell-Haynes. Trae Bell-Haynes going to the rim. Puts it up and off the mark. Doesn't even hit rim. Inside, Travis Charles and 1! Oh man, what a big play by Travis Charles down low. Albany, 9:54 left to go here. 44-38 is the score. Wow, what a drive here by Nichols. Nichols popping it out to his big man, Travis Charles, knowing that Charles having a big day. 5 for 5. 5 for 5, 13 points. Largest lead of the day is 7 for Albany. And we'll be right back as Albany has all the momentum right now. Welcome back. 38-44 is the score. Big game by the man himself, Travis Charles. Looking forward to the tie for the largest lead of the game here with this. Splash! 45-38. Albany. Albany is 9 minutes 45 seconds away from going back to the tourney for the 6th time under the current head coach, kicking it out. Now here's Year Trae Bell-Haynes trying to miracle his way out of this. Outside, here's a pump fake. And Duncan in the corner shoots it up for 3, but it's off the mark. Hits off the side of the backboard. 9:20 left to go here in the second. 45-38. Nichols taking it up. Now kicking it over to Cremo. Cremo back out, and here's Travis Charles. And kicking it out. Oh, man, and a huge offensive foul by Charles. Giving the ball back. So here we go. And here's a shot for 3 off the mark. Rebound, and it's out. And there's a drive to the basket. Nichols taking the lead by 9. 37-38. Vermont is really struggling right now. They need a change of pace. They need somebody to make a big play and a couple big shots. Look out for Year Trae Bell-Haynes here. Pump fake. Henson kicking outside. Here's a 3 ball off the mark. Gotta hit those. Cremo. And now here's Nichols taking it up across midcourt. 8:10 left to go here in the second. Albany looking to pull this game away. Taking control. Cremo into the post. Charles rolling. Trying to put it up there, but Charles could not do it. Moving along. Here's a 3 ball. Hits it. What a big shot by number 34, Kurt Steedle. And he's been pretty quiet today, Kurt Steedle. But that was a big shot to make it a 6-point game and kind of take away that momentum. And now the whole stadium, the whole gym is on their feet. The Albany side, the Vermont side. This is getting insane. 7:30 left to go here. 47-41. Albany has a lead. Cremo. Kick out. Trying to drive to the rim, but nothing there. Pump fake. Puts it up. Nichols off the mark. Airballs it. But offensive rebound. Now here's Cremo driving baseline. Kicking it for 3. Open shot. Off the mark. Rebound. Vermont. That was a big miss too, because Vermont could make it a 1-possession game on this possession. However, Year Trae Bell-Haynes driving to the rim off the mark, but he is fouled. He's going to the line. Travis Charles slow to get up, but he's going to get up here. And we'll be right back, guys, as this game is very good. Welcome back as Albany has the lead 47-41, and just about time for NC Central to play Norfolk State. Winner gets an auto bid, loser is out. Same situation here. Kentucky probably in the tournament, but Alabama needs to win to keep those alive. ESPN coming up here. Bracketology tomorrow at 7 Eastern Time. Sports Center with SVP at 5:15. The bracket will be revealed. We'll see who is where, and most importantly, who am I going to pick for the championship? I'm kidding. But we'll see how this season goes. In March Madness, certainly looking at a lot of upsets this year, I can tell you that. Mainly because of how this year has gone. Cremo, Nichols, Steyer all have three fouls, excuse me. 47-41, misses the first free throw. 6:54 left to go here. Trae Bell-Haynes, 5 points today, 11.2 points per game this season. The second one's off the mark. Couldn't hit either one. Trae Bell-Haynes really struggling. Now here comes Cremo. Cremo kicking it over. Rebound margin plus 7.4 rebounds per game. Now off the mark inside is Steyer. 47-41. Vermont still has a shot in 16-0 as well in conference. You bet that they are going to be working. Now here's Henson to the left side and inside Lamb. Lamb trying to get in, but it's blocked and he is fouled. So Lamb's turn to go to the line. Vermont is indeed in the bonus. 3 fouls to give still with 6:12 left to go. However, there's still a lot of time for those fouls to kind of work its way out. But if they get to the point where they are 3 fouls to give, late, then it's not going to be good. So here's the first shot good for Lamb. 47-42 Albany. (47-42) is the score, and now the second shot for Lamb is up and good. 47-43. 2 possession game, 2 pointers and unanswered would be big for Vermont. And Cremo gets it over just in time, and it's going to be a defensive foul. So now 2 more fouls to give before Albany's in the bonus as well. So now, with the ball, is Nichols, David Nichols, taking it to the left side. Now in the post is Charles. Charles handing it off to Nichols. Charles is open. Charles going to kick it out, and here's Campbell for 3 off the mark. Rebound, though, by Charles, but it's stolen away. And another steal. What a big turn of events here. But David Nichols has the ball on the left side, taking it up near the center court. Now driving, baseline, up and over, and it's off the mark. Here's Wills going down the court, open man, down court, and it's going to be a foul. It's Trae Bell-Haynes once again going back to the line, trying to make it a 2-point game with 5:26 left to go here as he goes to the strike. Great event there. But it could have been big for Albany, the fact that they were able to get that offensive rebound after, the ball getting snagged out of them and able to come up with the ball somehow. First shot barely rolls in. There was a friendly rim there for Bell-Haynes. Trae Bell-Haynes for Vermont. America East Player of the Year. Second shot, up and good. 45-47, and it is a 2-point game. And the crowd is getting loud in the gym. 47-45, 5:15 left to go here. A quick little half-court trap now going. Nichols, guarded by Wills. There goes Nichols to the corner, and now kicking it out. Cremo making some moves. Over, here's Campbell. Campbell driving to the basket. And he is fouled! 6 fouls by Vermont. Vermont, by the way, is in the double bonus. But Campbell driving to the rim. And a foul here. Trying to get something going. Peyton Henson, 3 fouls now for him. A lot of foul trouble, making Campbell play a little more. Devontae Campbell, 1 for 1 already today. And he's off the mark. So it'll be a 1-possession game, whether you're drawing up with him making this or missing this second shot. 78% from the free throw line this season. It's not bad at all for a big man. Devontae Campbell forward. %71 today for 5 for 7 for Albany. Here's the second shot. On the mark, hits. 48-45 is still the score. Still a scoring drought. 3:49 minutes without a point, but they finally get that point on the board. Kicking it outside for the tie. Bang! Hits it. 4:35 left to go in the game. 48-48. Kurt Steedle on the corner. Now here comes a timeout. Albany. 48-48. Kurt Steedle. Oh man. 27 all at halftime was the last time we had a tied game. Albany's controlled until this point. As what a great run by Vermont. 10-1 run to tie the game up. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion. We are just over 4 minutes left to go in this game. Welcome back. What an exciting game we got going on here. 48-48 in the second quarter. Make sure you guys tune in SC at 6, weeknights at 6 p.m. Jamel and Michael Smith and Jamel hosts Center at 6. So you guys watch that if you have ESPN. If not, watch it at work if you're working at 6. Anyway, kicking it out. What a great kick out to Steedle, but it was Trae Bell-Haynes. This is why he was the America East Player of the Year, because he does that stuff. So here we go. Albany 48, Vermont 48. 3 for 6 from 3-point range to this second half. 50% for 10 in the first half. But those 3-pointers have helped Vermont get in, as 2 3-pointers in this 10-1 run makes it a tie game. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Now 10, switching. Here's Cremo driving inside, and 50-48. And sorry, that was Travis Charles. 16 points, it looks like, for Travis Charles. 50-48. Inside. Rolling. Lamb trying to make something out. He's going to the line. If he hits both of them, we got a tie ball game. This game's looking real good. .349 left to go here. Lamb, 3 for 4 from free throw line, 73% this season. Let's see if he can hit a couple clutch shots. He hits the first one. 50-49 now. So here comes the second one. On the mark, 50-50. We have 100 points, 10 of them to each side. 50 all here. This game's coming down to the wire. Game trends: 5 ties, 3 leads changes. Largest leads by Albany by 5. 10 seconds left to go. Here's a deep shot. Oh, off the mark for Nichols. David Nichols, top of the key, couldn't hit it. 25 seconds now. 3:15 left to go. Here's a shot on the elbow to take the lead off the mark. Rebound. Here's Albany trying to take the lead right back. Yeah, another tie. 5 ties today. Last tie was just 48-48. Charles. Pressured. You can't get it to anybody right here. It ends up kicking it to Cremo. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And off! And that was an ill-advised pass. 50-50 is still the score. 2:45 left to go here in the second. 7 turnovers. Those turnovers have kept Vermont in the game, really. And Vermont, it looked really good in the first half. Looked like they controlled the first half. But the rebounds where they were getting killed, and now Albany, even though they're getting the rebounds, they still have turned the ball over when they had chances to put the game away, even though has 3-point turnovers. 2.5 minutes left to go here. Trae Bell-Haynes driving to the rim. It's off the mark. Rebound. And it looks like it will be over the back foul, as down on the floor, shoulder. Grabbing his shoulder is number 3, Joe Cremo. But Cremo does get up. Great drive. Couldn't get the friendly bounce as a shoulder. It looks like, though, it was a foul on the part of Anthony Lamb. Let's see, as that will put him to the bonus. So 1-1 here for Joe Cremo. 0 free throws attempted this game. It's a shooting arm that's hurting, but I believe that says he's an 89 free throw shooter. Here's the first shot off the mark. 50-50 is still the score. 2:15 left to go here in the second. Fourth NCAA tournament in the last 5 years for Albany if they win, and the first one 2012 for Vermont if they win. They're looking to get back to the NCAAs. Stepped out of bounds before he got the shot off, even though the shot went in. 1:52 left to go here. Oh, man. Bad play. Just stepped out of bounds on the baseline when he got the shot to go. Now here's Nichols. Oh, he's dribbling through. Timeout called Albany. They got one more left. Let's see if Lamb did step out of bounds. He didn't step out of bounds. Oh, man. He didn't step out of bounds. Was just a bad hurry side. So I'm wondering if what Joe Lunardi's thinking for Vermont. I'm assuming that if Vermont loses this, they're out of the tourney. That's what I'm assuming. Still, they don't really have the resume, even though they have won 20 straight games coming into this game. They don't quite have that resume. Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. Host the SEC tournament as Arkansas and Vanderbilt take on each other. 3 versus 7 seed. Vanderbilt looking to get into the tournament. So here we go. 250. 10 fouls for Albany, 7 fouls for Vermont. So both of them are going to the strike if they foul. 1 timeout left for Albany, for Vermont. Possession arrow is in favor of Vermont. A little bit of collision, but David Nichols gets in. Now Nick's driving to the basket. Can't get it in. Oh, what a great series to tie up. And I think if Nichols held off a little longer, they would have had a tie. So timeout call Vermont with 1:29 now left to go here. We're getting in some serious late basketball right now. Texas at Lincoln has to lead 86-20 Texas State right now. Sorry, I have not updated you on that. But started here for approximately 10 minutes, I would say. We have Kentucky and Alabama from Bridgestone Arena. So here we go. 1:29 left to go. Winner, I'm assuming, would get about, I would say if Vermont wins this, they get about a 12 or 13 seed. If Albany wins, they get a 14 seed, I would say. 15. We'll see. Here we go. 21-25 left to go here. Ball's up top. Henson kicking it. Here's Duncan. Duncan with the ball. Now Lamb driving to the rim. And once again, and Lamb couldn't get it to go. And Rowley fouls here. Mike Rowley, 2 points only, 4 fouls. Struggling here today with Rowley, but Lamb for the free throws, 73% at the line. I don't know if it was a shooting foul. It indeed was. 51-50. The first one. Vermont takes the lead for the first time in, I believe, the first time in the second half. And they have the lead. Mistaken. But here comes the second shot. Second shot is good. 50. So here we go. The minute 5 left. Nickel kicking it over. Here's Cremo. Cremo outside. Back to Nichols. And Nichols kicking it. Cremo. Cremo putting up a shot and fouled! A shooting foul. 50.2 seconds left to go. Coming up here. .2 seconds left. Looking to take the game and tie it. Cremo's first shot is good. Cremo. 51-52 Albany. One shot away from tie. Joe Cremo, 6 points, 1 for 2 from the free throw strike. Best free throw shooter on the team. Cremo's second shot is good. 52-52 here. Here comes Vermont. 50 seconds if they're going to try for the 2-for-1. 45 seconds now. In the corner, Trae Bell-Haynes. Trae Bell-Haynes driving inside. Come and steal and one. Sorry, that was Henson and one. Peyton Henson. Man on the ground for Albany is Nichols. 54. Driving to the rim. What a shot. What a finish. Let's see if he can hit the free throw to make it a 3-point game. Vermont can sense it now. Even though they're up by 2, it's an and 1 and momentum on their side here. Peyton Henson, 5 for 6 from the free throw strike today. Here's a shot. On the mark, 55-52. Wonder if Albany is going to go for the tie. Or a quick 2. Still one timeout for Albany. I would save it. They're going to call it now. 55-52. And they have no more timeouts. Game coming down to the wire here. Both teams playing with a tremendous fire, a tremendous sense of this is season right here. Jonathan Wade, 19.7 points per game. That's second in the MEAC conference for Norfolk State, as they look to beat NC Central and move on. Bam Adebayo, 13 points, 10 rebounds versus Georgia. 30.2 seconds left to go here. 55-52 is the score. No fouls to give for either team. Albany, though, is facing Vermont's double bonus, plus a lot of foul trouble, so somebody could foul out. So here we go. 55-52. 4th NCAA tourney in the last 5 years to win. First NCAA tournament since 2012, so 5 years for Vermont. That's what we're facing. Kicks it out. 28 seconds left to go here. Top of the key now is Nichols. Nichols kicking over Cremo. Cremo Driving in. Foul! It's a charge! Cremo's arguing it. 16.2 seconds left to go here. And Vermont probably going to the free throw strike. Set up, I agree. Outside the arc. Stay still. Agree completely. Let's see if Albany can cause a turnover and get a shot. Cremo. Having a troubling time. It's a steal! A bad ill-advised pass. 12 seconds left. Here's a shot for 3. Off the mark. Going Vermont way. 9 seconds. Cremo was open in the corner and he decided not to kick it. He decided to take an ill-advised shot. The charge here. Great play by Henson. And then overthrows the inbound pass to Year Trae Bell-Haynes. And Cremo's wide open over there. And airballs a 3. So here's the inbound. And a foul before he even inbounds the ball. Trying to keep him from inbounding. And it's on Duncan. 55-52 is the score. 3 seconds with 9.1 seconds to go. It looks like Vermont may have this. If Year Trae Bell-Haynes hits 2 shots. At least 1 shot. Excuse me. Year Trae Bell-Haynes now, if he does miss 1 shot, quick 3. First one's off the mark! Oh man! 9 seconds left to go here. 9.1. Let's try to put this game away. 1 out left for Vermont, 0 for Albany. Year Trae Bell-Haynes got a friendly roll. Here's Nichols. Just take a shot. 3 for 3. The mark way off. Looking for a foul. It was blocked. 0.9 seconds left. This game is over. 56-52. With 9/10 of a second left. Hold up. As he was fouled on the last shot, but he was wondering if when the whistle blew, if the buzzer sounded. If there's more than 0.3 seconds, it's not over because he has at least 2 shots. I don't know if he was behind the arc when the foul was committed. Alright, waiting to see a replay. We're not getting a replay for some reason. Okay, here we are. 0.9 seconds left. Inbound, 0.8. Foul, 0.2. 2/10. I don't know if you can even get a shot off in that amount of time, though. 0.2 2. This look is the best because there is a clock here. 0.8, 0.7, 0.2 or 3. 0.2 or 3. Foul there. 0.2. Behind the line, so it's going to be 3 free throws. I don't know if it's really possible, to be honest with you. 0.2 looks like. Yep, they're going to put 0.2 on the clock. 3 free throws for Albany. I don't know how exactly it could happen, but let's see. 3 free throws with 0.3 or 0.2. I didn't get that. Coming up next, if you want to watch it and you have the ability, North Walker State takes on NC Central. 0.3 seconds left. Now, I wonder what you do here. I wonder if you try to hit the first 2 free throws, and if you hit the first 2 free throws, miss the second one, intentionally try to get a tip. If you miss a free throw, hit the 3rd free throw and foul off ball or something like that. I don't know exactly how you can though, but David Nichols, let's see if he can hit. First shot, off the mark! Second shot, good. 53-56. And here we go, ball game. Ball game if he misses it, for sure. Off the mark, and that'll do it. 56-53. Vermont's going dancing. The Catamounts of Vermont are celebrating right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys tuning in as the Vermont Catamounts win the 2016-17 America East Championship game. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. We'll be seeing Vermont on Selection Sunday. I'm projecting them as a 13 seed, but we'll see how they are. And I'll see you guys maybe later tonight. Not positive, maybe later tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you later.